To enter in a new load, from Dispatch, you would choose option T, Add a Tag. A tag is a new shipment in Aljex. You can either press the letter T, or you can use your arrow key to move over to Add a Tag and press Enter. You can choose a new shipment, a repeat, spot shipment where there's no pro number assigned, or turn a quote into a shipment. Let's choose a new shipment. The information regarding the fields will be in this help area. So for type, we're looking for the equipment type, or we can press Enter for choices. You can page down and use your arrow keys to make a choice. So if we're using a van, once we start typing in our customer's name, we can type in the first few letters and press Enter, and we have a phone directory that's brought up where we can choose the customer by using our up and down arrow keys again. This shipment was called in by Lula, and the system is automatically filling in information from file and previous history, and we're asked if we want the pickup again to be at 463 Union Avenue. You can press Enter if that's correct, and then arrow down to the ship date. It automatically fills in today's date, or you can change the date if you need to. Press the Enter key to get over to the time, say 1 o'clock, and arrow down to the amount of pieces for the shipment, and the footage, and a reference number. Once we hit Enter to exit the reference field, we're asked if there are more reference numbers to add. If we say yes, we're brought to another box where we can fill in those other reference numbers, and then just press Escape to save the reference numbers. Fill in the weight of the shipment. If you're utilizing PC Miler, it will automatically fill in the miles once the pickup and consignee zips are entered. A yes or a no to post to the load boards. This customer normally uses an auto rate, but if we'd like to change this one to a flat mileage, pieces, ton, we can just make that change here. Change it to a flat fee, and we'll enter in that the shipment's going to be $19.95 that we're charging our customer. If we know that how much we're going to pay the carrier, we could fill it in now, or if you know how much you're looking to offer to the carriers. The pickup address is already filled in. If we needed to change any information, such as a contact name, we can change that here, and just press the space bar to erase the rest of what you had in there prior. Fill in your reference numbers. Is there an appointment? Yes or no? Say yes. And is there a note regarding the appointment for pickup? And enter the pickup appointment date. You can use the slash key to fill in today's date, or fill in the date without any slashes or dashes. What time is the pickup? Let's say it's at 6 o'clock. Actually, we don't want 6 a.m. It goes by military time, so we would have to say 1800. And if we know the consignee's information, we could fill it in here. The only thing that's required is the city and state. All the fields that are in green, such as the consignee city and state, and the information up here, and the weight, those are all required fields. So let's start typing in consignee name, and we can choose one from the list. It's going to autofill in all that previous information from history. You can enter in a new reference number, and a yes or a no for appointment again. And when is the appointment date? 09. No slashes or dashes. And what time are they expected? And let's say, if you type in 1 p.m., it will automatically change to military time. At the bottom, we have information if you need to fill in for hazmat and temperature control and seals. You can fill out any of that information that didn't auto-fill in and just press Escape to save the load. It calculates the mileage and it will assign it a pro number. And now we're left with the tag options for this particular pro. If we know the carrier, we can assign it. We can do our smart search. You can view the instructions for smart search in the other videos. If there are other special instructions, maybe an accessorial charge, we can hit option D, and that brings us to our accessorials. We still don't know the carrier, but I do see that it automatically assigned the fuel because that's how we have it set up for this customer. So we don't know the carrier, but we know that there's going to be a lift gate. So we can start typing in the first couple of letters of the accessorial charge and hit enter and choose from the list of accessorials. So let's choose that lift gate. And we know that we always charge our customer $150 for a lift gate, but we don't know how much the carrier is going to charge. Once you're done with the accessorials, press Escape to continue. And we're back to our main menu. Once we're ready to assign a carrier, we can either go in here to assign a carrier by choosing option A, or if we're called at a later date, we can go back to the main menu, and we can locate our shipment in the active shipment load board. You can either enter it by pro number, date ready, or status. Let's use the pro number. And we're back to our load. This is screen 1 of the tag. It's going to give us the general information, such as the customer, origin, destination. You can see that liftgate charge that we added. And if we're ready to cover our load, we would press hotkey C, cover load. We want to cover it by name, or you can use the MC number for the carrier. Type in the first few letters if you don't know how to spell the whole thing. Choose your carrier from the list. Goes out to SaferSys. It warns you if they also have brokerage authority. And you can see here, I'll drag it over. For this carrier, the SaferSys record wasn't found because it's just our demo system. If we want to view the service notes from here, we could say yes, and we can view any service notes about that carrier. If you want to add one in, you would press A, and it's a free-form area, or we could just press exit. Do we want to keep the carrier rate of $16.95? Just press yes, Y for yes, or maybe you negotiated something different. So let's say no. We can press 1 for past rates, or we can just put in the amount that we negotiated. You can hit escape to bypass all this information, but you probably want to fill in who the dispatcher is. Their email address will automatically fill in. Get your reference number or driver's name at this point, and a trailer number, and a truck number. License number if you require that. Is it a team, yes or no? And then just verify the equipment. Now's a good time to get the driver's cell phone number so that you can do your check calls in the future. Escape to save the information. And when are we expecting them to pick up? You can press enter for today, or you could enter in a different date. And what time is the carrier expected? Let's say 1 p.m. Do Do we want to print the rate confirmation? We added in some accessorials, so I'm going to say no. And I'm going to press U to update. Obviously, the fuel is going to go to Campbell as well. You can enter in how much you arranged with the carrier, or you can just leave it blank. And Campbell is going to do the liftgate as well. And we're going to pay them $75 for the liftgate. Press Escape, Escape to save the information. And you can see on the right-hand side that everything has updated from the different screens that we were at before. The dispatcher, trailer, reference numbers, etc. Once you're ready to dispatch the load, hit the letter H. H would be to dispatch the load. You can see it's red. Do we get the signed carrier confirmation? Yes. Are we ready to dispatch the driver? Yes. Where is he leaving from? Let's say Atlantic City. And then if I hit enter, it will bring me up to all the Atlantic cities throughout the states. And it automatically stamps the date and the time. I'm going to press Escape, Escape to save the information. And now it's been updated. The dispatch city and state is Atlantic City and what time it happened. It also shows here that the user demo, what time they arranged, that they scheduled the dispatch. Once you receive notification that the shipment has been loaded, you press hotkey L for loaded. When did he arrive? Slash key for today. At what time? Say 1 p.m. And when did he leave? Today at 1:15. When is he expected to deliver? On the 9th. The shipment requires seals. You can enter in your seal number. Escape, Escape to save. And now the loaded information has been updated. When you're ready to do a check call, press number 7. It stamps it with the date and time. Enter in the city where the carrier is. Choose the state. And then press Escape, Escape to record his location. Once you do that, you receive a listing of some canned answers. Is he on time, in transit, running late? Is he waiting at the pickup? You could also add your own reason. Let's say he's in a little bit of traffic. Put on Route 46. Till he can get our idea. Now once I press Escape, Escape to save this information, I can run the mileage from where the pickup was to where he currently is to his final destination, a map, PC Miler maps. I can also email a check call report to my customer. This will automatically come up with the customer's email address. Can I press yes? And they'll receive an email that he's caught in traffic. And at this time, I might want to set myself a reminder to do another check call in a few hours. I can hit the I key for reminder. I can see a listing of my existing reminders, but I want to add one. So I'm going to hit A to add the reminder, stamps it with the current date and time, and I'm going to say that I want to call tomorrow, or email rather. The system will automatically email you. And I want to know if this is not delivered. I can add in another comment. And if I needed to email an additional person, possibly your manager or a partner that you dispatch with, I can fill in their email address as well. At 9 o'clock tomorrow, actually, that's correct, at 9 o'clock tomorrow, cooperating with me. There we go. At 9 o'clock tomorrow, if this is not delivered, the system will automatically email me. I'm going to press escape, escape. I'm going to add another reminder, no. And I'm going to exit the reminders by pressing X. And once you receive notification that the shipment is delivered, you would press hotkey D for delivered. You can see down here it's in red. D for delivered. When did he arrive? And at what time? And who signed for it? Were there overages, shortages, or damages? Let's say no. And escape, escape to save. You have an option to rate your carrier. How did they do? Let's say he picked up on time. That was great. He ended up delivering on time, and he was pretty good with our check calls. So let's press escape, escape to save that information. Now the shipment is in delivered status. You can see all the progress with the shipment from when you covered the load till it was delivered. And on the right-hand side, it gives you an overview of the time frames of when everything happened. And lastly, who signed for it. And that's how to enter a load, cover it, load it, check call it, and deliver it. Thank you.